Hey everyone, Happy New Year from Diaperperv. Today we're going to do my top 5 ABDL moments of 2020. So last year we did 2 lists. I did a normal list and a pervy list. And this year I just wanted to combine everything all together because I thought, well, I experienced a lot less things this year because of 2 things. Number 1, COVID. COVID lockdown happened the day after the last March Vegas Munch. Wow, yeah, one day. We escaped it by one day and the lockdown happened, and then I couldn't really see a lot of people in processions or my private life because everything was kind of locked down. People were taken seriously, no one was traveling to Vegas, and then in the middle of August, something really huge happened. I decided to quit processions, and you can listen to that or watch that video right there. Just click that. So I just started doing my top 5 of last year, and none of the pervy moments made it onto the top 5, not even the top 8. I mean, there were pervy moments that made it into like the top 12, but yeah, my top 5 were all really personal, pivotal things that happened to change the course of how I see my role in this sphere and what I'm going to do moving forward. And it's all good things. They're all very, very positive things that happened this year despite not seeing as many people and literally going to like one event. I guess 4 if you count like the Vegas Munches, but I'm only going to really count the big one, which is CapCon. Thank goodness CapCon happened the week it did, because if it was like 3 weeks later, oh my goodness, that would have been shut down so fast because of COVID. So yes, we dodged the bullet last year, this year, whatever. I actually had to look through my phone to remember when things happened, if they happened last year or the year before. And compared to 2019, it was a lot tamer. Like 2019, I kind of went wild. I kind of went nuts playing with so many diaper boys and having super fun experiences and threesomes and whatever, and this year I toned it right the fuck down. Not that it's a bad thing. I still had some good pervy moments, but it was just toned down. So, number 1, it happened actually on January 1st, 2020, and that's when I decided I want to be in some of my own content, playing with my play partner at the time, or one of my play partners at the time, because it's like, yeah, I've had I Need Mommy since 2007. I've been trying to train models to tell them what to say on camera, but it's not their jam. So no matter how hard I try, it's gonna be always like of what I think is a really good scene. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get over how I think I look, and I'm just gonna be in some of my own content with real people that I've played with in the past and am attracted to. And yeah, that killed it for the year. Like, I'm seriously surprised at how many people bought that content and how well it did. It was super fun filming. Boy Crinkles and I played and did some scenes, and baby Donnie did the camera for that, and it was so natural. I think it's amazing content because it's real. It's real stuff, and yeah, and it's me interacting with someone I normally play with and seeing the dynamic and seeing the hotness right there. Yeah. I actually forgot about the camera. I forgot that Donnie was like right there with the camera because I was so into the playing part. So I'm really proud of that. I broke that barrier, and because of that, I think it leads to number 2, which is starting my YouTube channel and hitting 1K subscribers. I don't remember when I hit 1K, but I remember when I did. I was so happy. I'm at over 3K now, so yay. And yeah, that's still growing at about 500 subscribers per month. So I think when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was like, this is real. People are actually watching my YouTube videos, and I've gotten way more feedback from the YouTube videos than anything else, than Instagram, than Twitter, than FetLife. Like, people are watching my videos first on YouTube and then finding me on my other social medias and then writing to me. And that's pretty cool. There's been a lot of positivity on that, and I wish to continue that for the following year and make even more videos with more people in them, giving real advice, real feedback, and tackling some really hard issues. So that was number 2. Number 3, that was organizing. This happened January 2020, and I organized my first ABDL Munch in Vegas. And prior to that, there was like no monthly munches going on, no play parties. There was some private stuff going on, but I was like, you know what? We need a good avenue, a good place for ABDLs that are shy, that don't want to commit to a party, to come and just introduce themselves and meet other people. So yeah, I think it was the second weekend of January, and I picked a place, and I was super nervous that nobody was going to show up. I was like, fuck, okay, I'll book this venue, right, this portion of the venue for like 15 people. I was like, I don't even know if 15 people are going to come. I was so nervous, and I got the stupid balloons that I said I was gonna do, and I posted on FetLife, and somehow 36 people showed up to the first munch. And I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh my goodness, there's more people. We need to keep adding tables. Excuse me, we need another small table at the end. Just keep adding tables. It's okay, we just grab all these chairs from over here. Yeah, that was amazing. I don't know if I was a good host because I felt like, oh, I was just sitting in this part of the section eating, trying to eat. But I felt like, oh, I have to go around and talk to everybody and be a good host. So yeah, that was my first time kind of organizing and hosting something. And it was really cool to see 36 people show up. More people would have came, but some people had to work. Some people were actually too shy to engage in such a big public, thing. And some people just couldn't make it because of prior engagements. So I think if the people that wanted to come had come, it would have been another like 12, 15 people, which would have put us out of that little venue space. Number 4 is teaching my first class at CapCon. So many good memories happened at CapCon, and I was busy doing so many things, and I could have easily picked a Halloween event, which was awesome. But yeah, it was teaching my first class. I never taught a class. I don't know why. I applied to teach classes at CapCon, but they actually picked 2 of them. So yeah, I was teaching the first one. It was getting up in the morning and being nervous that, oh my goodness, is anyone going to come to this stupid thing? Is this valuable information that people want to learn? And when I got there, yeah, people actually made it to the first class of that day to listen to me talk about whatever I had to talk about. So I was like, wow, this is really cool. And that also helped me get over my fear or whatever of being public. I don't have a problem talking in public about things that I know about, but I'm kind of weird about, being on camera. It's the recording. It's that comfort level that I had to break through. And I'm still not super comfortable with it, but I am making myself deal with my fear. Now it's number 5. I wanted to count this backwards. I realized I wanted to start at number 5 and have the last thing be number 1. But instead I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever. Okay. So the last one is very, very complicated, but I'm gonna sum it up by, it's the realization that I don't need a zillion diaper boys to play with. I'm happy with one. That's it. I'm happy with one, and it's partially due to circumstance that I realized this very big thing. When COVID hit, there was no opportunities for people to travel here like usual. Usually there's a ton of conventions going on. I have a lot of sessions from convention goers. People that I play with naturally are coming here for travel and partying and whatnot. And so all of that stopped. And I somehow pared it down in my life that I just had one local play partner, and I didn't see him a lot at first, and you know, I would gradually see him more and more and start hanging out with him. And okay, I guess you have to know the context of where this is coming from. In 2019 and 2018, I just went through this like crazy phase where I didn't think I could be happy with one person. I would play with a person and I could be super into them, super attracted to them, and have great chemistry, but after a while I would get bored of them. I'd be like, oh yeah, I've had this boy, I've played with this diaper boy enough, next one. And I would be constantly talking to so many diaper boys and flirting with them, and they would be sending me pictures and videos, and it was like I could not get enough. It was almost like I was insatiable. And like, I always needed more diaper boys, more different ones, new ones. Ooh, like I would be talking to a lot, and it'd be like, ooh, who's that one? Who's that one? I want to get to know. I want to play with this one. I want to diaper check this one at the close. So as 2020 went on, and I got to know this one diaper boy, this one local boy more and more, it felt like I just was getting closer to him and learning more about him, and it was always intriguing. I realized when I fantasized, when I wasn't with him and I was just thinking and fantasizing, I was thinking about him, and I didn't think that I could do that anymore, if that makes sense, because of my pattern of always playing with new diaper boys. But yeah, I would just think about him, and it would be like of the simplest things too. It would just be of checking and changing him, and that would make me happy. And that's when I realized I'm happy with one. If all the other diaper boys like couldn't come to Vegas anymore, and I couldn't travel because I really couldn't do a lot of traveling in 2020, I'm okay, and I'm happy with the one, and I keep wanting to get to know him more. Wow, it just feels like I turned over a new leaf. Is that weird? I feel weird like just saying all that. But yes, you know who you are. You're my number 1 of the year. So we're just gonna go and do some honorable mentions that didn't make it to the top 5 list. I mean, that list could have been like 15 easily. So the honorable mentions aren't even pervy moments. Crazy enough. Yes. The first honorable mention is when an ABDL friend came and spent a week with us, staying here in the nursery, and that's how he spent his vacation time. And I felt so honored and so happy that he wanted to to come and hang out with me and some other ABDL friends. At one point we had like 3 people staying here, and it was super fun. We did a lot of hiking. It was like almost too much hiking and in such a short period of time. It was a little much, and it was just a lot of diaper changing, but it was really good to have him here and to connect with him. And yeah, we had some fun pervy times, like his first prostate massage. That was really fun. That is on my top 12 as well, one of the pervy moments. And then another honorable mention is when I had my pervy bedtime story cry fest at CapCon. So I was already super emotional because it was after trick-or-treating and after the Halloween events, and I get Halloween drop, and I experienced it very like strong at CapCon, even though it wasn't like real Halloween. It was CapCon Halloween, but still it was such a super fun event that I was dropping, and I didn't want to do this pervy bedtime story event that I organized in my room, but I was like, oh, these people are coming, so I have to do this. I actually talked about this in my CapCon review, and then my friend was like, well, you could cancel. I'm like, nah, people are coming, so I'm just gonna do this. And then it turned into me getting emotional and crying, and other people crying, and then just us talking about how ABDL has changed our lives, and just became a big fucking sharing thing. So it was a very special moment with a lot of crying. I actually cry a lot. In my normal life, I cry about everything. I cry in movies, on commercials. I cry when hubby and I talk about how we met and just our life together, and that we'll die together. Yeah, it's just a lot of crying. So it was a very special moment that we all shared in my room at that time, sharing our fucking feelings and bullshit. And then the third honorable mention, this is a weird one. I went to Tampa in September, and I did one session. I didn't have time for a lot of sessions, so I had like one little block of time, of free time, and I was like, okay, I can fit in one session. So it was a regular person that I've been seeing for years. And I told him, like, yeah, this is it. This might be the last time I see you, because I quit doing sessions, period. And I'm not sure if the next time I come here or the next time you come to Vegas, if I'll accept. And, you know, we did the session and we said our goodbyes, and afterwards I got really fucking sad about like the entire realization that I quit doing pro sessions. And it made me realize how special that time was that I spent with all these amazing people that I met, and how it touched both our lives, not just theirs, and not just affirming their fetishes and their likes are okay, but mine as well. So afterwards I dropped, and I got super sad, and I had to call my husband and tell him everything, and I started crying, and just more crying. Oh, my husband is such a saint for like being so wonderful to listen to, you know, my emotional journey, especially when I was so far away. My husband is really awesome. So there you have it. Oh, I should throw in a pervy moment, shouldn't I? No. I think there's enough pervy moments that it can be its own video. So I'm gonna do a voting thing on my community page on YouTube. So vote if you want me to do a pervy moments of 2020 or 2020. All right, bye everyone.